Hello there. In the previous video I was working on this monster here. I gave it a mace, I gave it a helmet, and I mentioned that in theory it should be possible to make, let's say, 100 monsters in, how much, 2 weeks maybe? And that would be achieved by using this monster as a base and giving it various combinations of different helmets, weapons, maybe shields. Since the last time I made some good progress. I made several weapons, several helmets, even body armor, and a shield. Now, in this video I would like to show you how to add a new weapon. You know, the mace I gave him before, it was from the Ethan, who uses the same body, right? So it was quite easy. I merely took the Ethan, removed everything but the mace, and then I simply put it to where the mace used to be, on this monster. Here I'm not going to have it so easy. I'm going to work with this thing I made. As you can see so far, it looks like some mace, maybe? But it's going to be a flail. I made this thing by merely using these two things from Hexen. I simply took this part of the pole, this part, this goes here, and then I use this part of the Timon's axe. Yeah, something like that. And yes, it's pretty much the same thing, of course. It's a bit shorter, but you get the idea. These two things were the origin. And then, since I want this to be a flail, I'm going to add this spike ball, and that's it. This does look like a mace, doesn't it? If I, let's say, yes, I think I could use this, or yes, this one. I'll simply like that. Now let's put it into his hand. Yeah, maybe a bit too large, but you know, it's magic out there in Hexen. This guy simply is very, very strong. Well, anyway, so let's get started. Before I get to this, though, I would like to show you some of my progress since the last time. I mean, so just have a look at this guy. You see, an X-Man with a shield, a chainmail, or this guy here. Or this guy here. Or even this guy. Say hello to Wolverine. Sorry, Marvel. Or just have a look at this picture. Well, anyway. So, how to start here? As you can see, I have this guy recolored all green and a bit of blue, but never mind that. Let's pretend he's all green, okay? And I actually have two sprite sheets here. They're the same thing. That'll come in pretty handy. You'll see why in a minute. Well, in maybe several minutes. So how to start? Personally, I prefer to start with the, let's say, attack sprites. I think I'll start here. I will add the spike ball later, because, you know, after I save the version without the spike, I'll be able to use this as a standalone monster. I mean, this does look like a mace, doesn't it? So first I put it into his hand, then I go one step back, copy the hand, and I put it right here. And what do you know? It is there. Then I'll use the very same thing everywhere else. Now I'm moving my cursor here so that the tip of the mace is just 1 pixel below this line here. That way I can easily control the, let's say, height of the weapon. So let's repeat the process. Yeah, it's true that now it looks like he has maybe no thumb, or if you know what I mean, it looks like he's not really holding it, that it's now situated behind his hand. You know what I say to that? Never mind. Yes, maybe this would fix it. Yes, that it looks a little bit better, but still never mind. It can look anyhow. I believe this shoulder guard is missing there. Whatever. So now I'll do the same. Now it's 2 pixels below the surface. Now let's put it like here maybe. Oh no, that would be, I need to move it a bit to here. Yes, like this. Now again I'll copy this hand, put the hand back. Yeah, maybe I could this. Maybe. Now let's do the same here. Now, since I cannot see his hand, I need to use my imagination. Where could his hand be? I think it's around here, so I better move it here. Yes, like this. Now again, I go 1 step back. I copy this, I go here. And that's it. Now before I continue, I'll just copy it 1 time here, so I do not need to go all the way down again. Oh wait, it's not even the right picture. Not even the right sprite, so never mind. Yes, let's say like that. Again, 1 pixel below the surface. Let's go here. And what do you know? Here it would look a bit off, right? I mean... yeah. So I'll simply put it 1 pixel down. Never mind that. 1 pixel difference, whatever. And again, I will copy the whole thing. Yeah. But now, maybe I could copy a bit of this tip. Would it look better? No, actually, this is elbow, so never mind that. Let's go here. Again, 1 pixel, or maybe 2 now. Which one looks better? I think this one looks better. Now let's copy the hand. Let's put it like here. Yep. But now, since I believe now I could, or maybe even I should, put it like this. You know, since I know he's holding it, and I know that this part of the mace is pretty large, I'll just... yes, I think it looks better. Okay, now like this. Oh, I remove him. I removed the mace. Silly me. I didn't give a backup. Oh well, never mind. Now this is actually 2 pixels, never mind. Yes, like this. And now I could only copy this hand, but then it would be quite difficult for me to find the right spot. I'm not sure if his hand goes back to where it was. So instead of copying just the hand, I'm actually going to copy the whole, well, not the whole thing, but I'm going to do it like this, because now when I'm putting it back, I can simply put this tip on this tip, which is much easier. So yes, like that. But now, as you can see, there are some pixels missing. Never mind that, I'll fix it manually. Okay, just some pixels here, darker pixels for more variety. Yes, yes, I believe that's it. So that will be done. Now, what to put here? I think I'll use this one. Yes, it goes right here. And again, I'm copying the whole hand with a bit of the arm, so I can use this sharp corner here to aim, so to speak. Yes, like that. Then the same thing goes here. Oh my. Again, I'm using this tip to aim where to put it. And I believe I should maybe, yes, put it like that. Much better. Okay, so what's next? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Something's really off here. Can you see it? The original mace is not put, how to say it, at a front angle here. Let's pretend that this is the original Etin mace for a while. The original Etin mace is not placed like this. It doesn't aim forward. It's actually more like this. Let's say 45 degrees to the left. So what was I thinking here? It's always better to start here with the front angle, because only then you can actually see the actual angle of the weapon. So what do I do with this now? Do I scrap it? Yes. My fault? I need to face it. So let's just copy this whole thing. Let's put it back. And let's start over. This is another thing one has to keep in mind. So let's continue. Or we'll say let's start again. So I will start with this one. And let's put it here. And now I will use a slightly different approach. I will cut this into two halves. Well, halves, two parts. This one goes here. Before I move it there though, I will remove these 2 pixels so that it better fits his hand. Yes, like this. And then it should be around here, but there's his hand blocking part of the sprite, so I'll do it like this, and that's it. The next one should be the one that aims forward, and I will put it like here. The next one is the same thing, but rotate it a bit to the other side. So let's move it to here. Let's put it here. Then remove, then copy the hand. Let's use this sharp corner to know where to put it. Do you know what? This looks a bit too sharp. I think I'll just... yeah, I think that looks better. But I will just add it here as well, and that's it. The next one is this one. So now let's put it here. Again, remove the thing, put the green guy back, and that's it. Now, this thing. Where to put him? Where should I put it? Where is his hand? In this case, I can use this to help me. So, I'll copy this part, I will move this thing. Now I'll flip it and let's see. So, where should the tip of this flail, mace, whatever be? So, this hand is around here, this head is around here, so I'm getting two conflicting data. Two pieces of data, I mean. If I use the head as the way to calculate where the tip should be, it would be here. If I use the hand, it would be here. I think I'll use something between the two, so like here. Now I will copy this piece of his leg and the tip of the mace. I'm going one step back, I'm putting this back to where it was, and now I will know that the tip of the mace should be here. So yes, it was this picture, this sprite, so let's put it here. And now, because I do not want this tip to be there, I need to use this tool, which... yes, I believe this guy has pretty bad injury here. But now I can just go back, I delete this, I copy the whole thing. Oh my, I made a blunder here. I lost progress. Never mind, let's do it again. So I need to do it a bit differently. So let's put him here. Still I'm using this tool. And now, why do you think I have the sprite sheet here twice? So let's put him back here, and that's it. Now, is the mace on the same height on all the sprites? Well, almost. Yes, 2 pixels difference, never mind, not a big deal. And now, as you can see, I'll have to do this thing. How many times? 8 times. How many? 8 maybe? 64 times. Whatever. Who said that making new monsters was a piece of cake? It actually is, but it takes time. But the time is worth it. It's always worth of your time to make something new. Oh my, now I've... yes, this is a bit off. What to do here? There's one thing I can do. I can say, never mind, let's continue. So now, is it... yes, it's this. It goes into here. Now this goes back to where it was. And I think we can stop here. You see, I could continue, but you wouldn't see anything new. It'll be the same thing over and over. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do after I finish this. I'll simply remove all the green color like I did in the first part, and then I'm going to put the remainder over the normally colored version of this monster. Like this. Let me show you. Yes, let's pretend that this... I'll just show the original picture. Let's just pretend that this is the mace I was working on. Because, you know, the mace is going to look very similar. It's going to be cut on the places where hand is supposed to be. It is going to be obscured by where the body is. In the end, once I put it over this little guy here, it's going to fit right into his hand. But before that, I might want to put some armor. Maybe like this. Again, as you can see, the armor fits right onto his body. How come? Well, that's because the armor looks like this. You see? These are the places where the chain is connecting his shoulder guard with his belt. And if I want to give him a shield, as you can see, so far I only have one shield, but it is divided into two pictures, two sprite sheets. One of them looks like the left half of the whole thing is missing, right? The other one looks like the right part is missing. Why is that? Well, it's simple. You know, I think I better demonstrate it like this. I have this full sprite sheet, so now it fits right there. You see, there's nothing that looks weird. Yes, he looks perfect now. But what if I add some weapon now? Let's use the axe. Is there anything that looks weird? Well, tell you what, there is. What about this sprite? Why is it like that? It's simple. I put the shield first, then the weapon. But what if I do it the other way? You see, I give him the axe first, and then I'll add the shield. What happened here? Or, where was it? Yes, like here. What happened here? Now this axe is behind the shield. This is the reason why the shield has to be divided into two separate sprite sheets. First, I need to put the one I named A, wooden shield A. That's the part that... Well, that's the one where the left part is missing, except for this one. then the weapon goes into his hand. Because now it is not behind the shield. Only then I can put the, where is it? Yes, the B part. Oh my. Yes. Okay, something happened here and and the same principle applies to all shields and all weapons. Except for the two-handed weapons, of course, because, you know, if you use a two-handed weapon, you cannot use a shield. This is for much, much later. I am going to make some templates for two-handed weapons, two-handed items. How should I say it? But whatever I say, I think you know what I mean. Well, so what to do now? When I was starting recording this video, I mentioned, what did I say again? 100 monsters in 2 weeks. Oh, I'm repeating myself. But 100 monsters in 2 weeks. That's what I had in mind when I started working on this. Just imagine. This chainmail. Combine it with any helmet, any weapon, any shield. How many combinations can you get? How many helmets are there that could fit this chainmail? How many helmets are there? 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many heads? 3 again. How many armors? Forget about the chainmail. Chainmail 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Only 1 shield. Several weapons. Multiply everything with everything here. What the result would be. You know what, let me just make some random monster here. So, yes, let's use this guy as the base. Well, I do not have any other base, so that's all I can do now. So first let's start with armor. Where is it? Yes. Let's give him this studded leather. Yes. What's next? Should I give him a shield? Yes, I think I will. So let's start with this one. Now, what's next? Now, what head to give him? Maybe this one? Yeah. What's next? Weapon. Maybe a claw? Yeah, let's give him a claw. Now I'll need to give him the second half of the shield, so yes, the B. Now, what helmet to give him? Maybe this one? Yup. And that's it. And I have brand new sprite sheet. Oh. What happened here? Again, I put the shield first and then I put the helmet. I shouldn't. The weapon and the shield are the things that should go there last. Well, they should. And this is This is something one should have in mind. But never mind really. If such a blunder happens, you can always start over. So, the easiest solution to this problem is to simply remove the helmet. And nothing wrong. Well, I believe I showed everything I could for now. There are no more weapons I could show you. Well, I could show you... Oh, this bloody sword here. Or I could show you... this sword here. It's the same thing, but without the blood. I could show you all the other parts that are there. Let's say this bird head. I could show you whatever, the second helmet maybe. I could show you many things, but it doesn't look so marvelous here, right? It needs to be put on a monster to actually have some sense. At least to the players who would fight those monsters. Until the monster is finished, this might look boring. Well, it does. And it is quite boring, this whole process of making monsters this way. But again, it's worth the time. Because once this all boring part is finished, you have hundreds of new monsters. All you need to do is to have some patience. And I believe that if you had the patience to watch this boring video, then you have enough patience to do something similar. So that would be all for now. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this boring video. I hope that you learned something new maybe. And I wish you the best of luck when it comes to spriting, mapping, writing streets, whatever you can do in Doom Engine. So, bye for now.